Hello, welcome to this week's episode of the Irish Fantasy Punts. Dan, Jamie, Shane here with you for another week of fantasy football. How are you guys this week?
Having the best time ever. Had a great week. Delighted.
Did you win a game?
Did I win a game? I lost with 152 points. It was an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
Kind of half my own fault. I should have known Aaron Jones was a bit more questionable on Sunday than I did. And I kind of threw up myself. But look, still expect to win the 152, don't you?
I went a bit too heavy on Saturday night for the rugby, and then Sunday during the day was not a time to be looking at fantasy football. I just rolled into Sunday afternoon. I only saw like outrage in some of our group chats 2 days later over some random league settings. I was like, I can't fix those. There's not a hope. I don't have it in me.
Yeah, there was devious tactics being used, huh?
Dun, dun, dun.
I can't believe I managed to lose my game even with Justin Fields getting me 41 points. I happened to have to play against Jamar Chase then. We went insane.
I think that was you tried to slag Jamie last week for DJ Moore. Then you were like, or that was this week. You were like, "Jamie's gonna lose with DJ Moore getting 41." It happens to you then.
Yeah, I got my comeuppance pretty well there. All right.
Yeah.
Crap!
Like I was so worried about Christian McCaffrey, and it was everybody else. It was just everybody else who hurt me, and I was like, I'm so sick of this. I can't believe I lost.
You got kittled.
I got kittled. I got Sam Howell, and I got Travis Etienne all at the same time. Oh, and George Pickens. I suppose you could probably throw him in there too.
The Sam Howell one is the worst. That really sticks bad in the.
That
hurts. Yeah,
that hurts a lot.
That was like because I'd only lost by I think it was 9 points in the end, and he should not have got 29 points. No hope. I deserve that one.
I could have given like a positive thing for Sam Howell, but it's only because it's going against you essentially that we had to put a sad song to it.
It's when you get the waiver reporting during the week and you're like the second highest point scorer by a good distance, and you still lost. It's like, how am I 2 and 3? I just don't get it. Like, you just happened to last year, Shane.
Yeah. I kept having everyone's best weeks against me. I was like, this is fucking bullshit.
It's 2 weeks now. People scored over 160 points on me. Like,
yeah, no, it's not nice.
No, it's not nice. Terrific.
But what's worse is being awful. Because even to be fair, like I got Hopkins got like 80 points this week, and I threw him in when I knew Taylor was going to be on a snap count, and Henry was awful again. He wasn't awful, but like he really hurt you. Like he's an RB1. When they get 7 points, it's just no good to you. So it's like I won him 4. My only win is against Jamie.
I only have one more win than you, and my team is way better. Like
so, it's not way better. It's like
that is
a game better.
But it should be a lot better.
It's such a mind, like
you don't have a running back.
We'll get into the weekly review. We've been talking about them already, but we'll get into the highs and lows. Turn that off. I really should just get that cut. Like,
yeah.
Quarterbacks: Justin Fields was number 1. Brock Purdy with his steady Eddie getting 34 points. Jared Goff with 33. Josh Allen at 32, and then the aforementioned Sam Howell getting 29. You must have, when you saw Sam Howell get picked up, you must have been fairly happy. You must have thought you had a fairly good chance.
Absolutely delighted. I was like, oh, this is going to be fantastic. I was like, he doesn't have a quarterback. Oh my.
Joe Burrow had a bit of a comeback though as well. He got 29 points, but I think that was more just chuck it to Jamar Chase and see what happens.
Well, it's a good tactic, to be fair. I don't know why he wasn't doing that for the last 4 weeks beforehand. Like,
That's a fair
running
point.
back studs: Travis Etienne, Zach Moss. Zach Moss shocking everyone against Tennessee, even with Jonathan Taylor there. Brees Hall, Devon Achane, and David Montgomery continuing his good form. Achane's injured now though, so alarm bells ringing.
mhm.
Yeah, they're talking about putting him on IR too. I seen there today.
Yeah.
Not good, but at least Mostert will come back and get you some more points. Achane is just ridiculous though. Like I think he had 70 yards on 3 carries or something stupid like that.
Yeah,
He was
it's
over 100,
insane.
was it?
It's insane. That Dolphins offense though, they just know how to run the ball. It's just crazy. Like,
Mm.
The wide receiver position then had some massive games. DJ Moore with 45, Jamar Chase with 45, Tyreek Hill with a pathetic 28 points, George Pickens with 24, and Adam Thielen with 22. Jesus, Jamie, you really did get played against all the big boys, didn't you?
Mhm. But most of my players are in these like lists as well. This is the problem. It was like a touchdown shootout with madness.
Yeah, I had the Justin Fields high on Thursday, followed by the low of Jamar Chase destroying me on Sunday.
It's awful, and you just feel so helpless. You're like, stop throwing it to him. Why are you giving the ball to him?
If you're on the other side of it, though, you just want more and more. Like the another player that was against you, George Kittle, top of the tight end list with 26. Dallas Goddard with 22. Sam Laporta is having a great rookie year. Travis Kelce rolled his ankle, so that's a bit of an issue. And then the Dr. Schultz is number 5 with 16 points.
Yeah, I think they're your boys, really, aren't they? You know, like Goddard had a great game from the first snap. He just been brilliant. Sam Laporta is just, he looks like he could be the tight end one if Kelsey is out for a while, but he doesn't seem to be out. But Laporta seems like the next big deal, doesn't he?
Does indeed. We'll move on to the defenses. I think there might be a trend here. Play your defense against the New England Patriots because the New Orleans Saints are top of the list. The Steelers, like, to me, it feels like they got helped by terrible receiving play in Baltimore. Nobody could catch the ball. The Jets then are 3. San Francisco are number 4, and the Cincinnati Bengals at number 5.
yeah.
It's kind of just load anyone up against Patriots or like Arizona, really, isn't it?
Arizona did fairly well, like last week and the week before.
Yeah, but the defenses seem to get good points against them. Like,
Yeah. I just the Patriots and Denver, I think, are the two that you need to be looking at loading up against. The rest of them, I need Baltimore now. If Baltimore don't get a receiver back, like if you've any way of a good run defense, that a good linebacker crew that could shut down Lamar, it's game over because that's it. Like that's their weapon now. It's like, oh, are we going to run the quarterback? Yes, we are.
oh, fake? No.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
And
here's
those
Lamar.
easy passes. Like there was at least 3 touchdowns Lamar got robbed of. The Aguilar one was particularly good.
Yeah, but that's just Aguilar doing Aguilar things.
We'd be out here catching babies.
Yeah.
Jamie, you can give your kicker of the week.
Ooh, kicker of the week. Oh,
You gotta say his nickname now. You gotta say his nickname. It's a good nickname.
There's the man himself for the Jets. Greg the Leg. Zerline?
Yeah, Zerline, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to call him Greg the Leg.
Yeah. Cowboys legend.
Any other particular honorable mentions you guys want to throw in, or can we move on to the next week's preview?
That's fun.
Gabe Davis, big week actually. again, another annoyingly big week for Gabe Davis. If
Mhm.
anyone wants to be annoyed about that.
Yeah. Well, like me, who had him all of last year and then dropped in week 2 of this year. And
Yeah.
now he's now wide receiver 12.
Yeah,
That's one, yeah.
Logan Thomas is
My
he
boy, you've done it. You're a true hero.
Fair play to Gabe.
Logan Thomas coming in 6th in the tight end list. Big week from him. Looks to be the number 1 option probably for that Sam Howell masterclass of an offense in Washington.
Yeah.
Anyone looking for a new tight end? That's the man. Probably I should do that since Hunter Henry threw up a 0 because Mac Jones is awful.
They're so bad.
So bad.
Yeah, it's just like I just can't have nice things. The dude before I picked him up had a 24-point game and like a 12 or a 15-point game, and I picked him up and he hasn't got over 7 points. I'm just like, okay, draft Nick Chubb, injured. Pick up Khalil Herbert, injured. It's like nobody wants to give me nice things, so I'm just going to start telling everyone who I'm picking up and just expect injuries.
Fair.
Avengers! Assemble.
Do you want to throw out your waiver wire pickups quickly before we fly on to the next round of matchups?
Mine was just DeMarcado for the Cardinals. It looks like James Conner is going to be going on to IR. It's minimum 4-week RB1 production there out of him, and Logan Thomas seems to be on a lot of waivers for some reason. So
Mhm.
they should be the 2 guys for me that everyone should be targeting this week.
KJ Osborne probably worth to pick up too with Justin Jefferson's team because I think he's going on IR as well. So
Yeah,
the
I actually did
there.
see that today, Jamie. Yeah, you're right. He is.
Mm.
They're putting him on IR.
So he'd be a boy.
And
Maybe
anyone who's looking for a bit of really needs a bit of fucking depth, Van Jefferson has been traded to the Falcons, who have no receivers outside of Drake London, who's crap.
They also don't want to throw the ball.
Yeah, well, Bijan might get bored of running it and eventually start throwing it. We just have to wait and see.
His one-handed catch, not even looking at the ball, and then running in for a touchdown was savage.
Yeah,
He's just
he's
so
going
good.
to he's going to be class, isn't he? He's just going to be generational. Like,
Denver at Kansas City. This is the Thursday night game. They don't have good primetime games this week at all, but this is going to be a bloodbath. No one's playing Russell Wilson anyway at this stage, are they? Maybe in 2 quarterback leagues, but not in any formats I'm playing. Patrick Mahomes is your auto start. McLaughlin was pretty good this week. Do we have any injury news on Williams?
I haven't heard.
Limited in Monday practice.
I would
he's been
say
bad
if he's limited, I'd say he's going to be more of a game time decision, isn't he?
Yeah.
He'd probably end up in a snap count again anyway. Peyton done that to him at the start of the season when he was injured and coming back in. So I'd say you'd be pretty happy to load up McLaughlin again, even though his outlook is only 4 points. I'd still probably play him, take the chance, flex him.
You only
Yeah,
have 9 carries this week. Sorry, Jamie.
No, they do seem to like him more Pirine. So Pirine doesn't seem to get as much ball anymore. McLaughlin was a lot more efficient than yeah. But then again, the Chiefs defense is quite good. I don't know if you really want to load any Broncos up here, to be honest.
Yeah, like I wouldn't personally be looking at any of them. Like even the receivers, like if I can avoid Jerry Jeudy or Cortland Sutton, I am going to avoid them. They just haven't been good at all, have they?
Yeah, like I think Cortland Sutton owners should be really considering dropping Cortland Sutton at this stage. Like he had 1 target in the whole game at the weekend. That's he's meant to be your number 1 receiver, like, or he was coming into the season at least. He was drafted as their number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
On the Kansas City side, there's not really a lot you want to play on this side of the ball either. Like there's Mahomes, Pacheco you're putting in. Like with Kelsey out, I don't know if he's definitely out, but if Kelsey's out, are you taking a shot at like Rashee Rice or something like that?
Gray seemed to get a lot of ball when Kelsey went out. if you're probably looking for a replacement, probably is Gray if Kelsey is out. It doesn't sound like he will be out. It sounds like he's going to be fine. But yeah, Rice seems to be getting more and more involved. He seems to be kind of a 1.5. I wouldn't call him a number one wide receiver, but he's a guy you could probably start looking at, maybe flexing. He's been sitting on my bench now for about 5 weeks, so fingers crossed.
That one. He seems to get at least 5 targets every game, though. So maybe it is worth kind of rostering him and see. Like, he's only rostered in 49% of leagues. Don't both rush to that one there.
Well, Jamie has him on his team. I was thinking the question was more for him.
I said my piece. I said play him. I said flex him off. I think he's well worth flex. I think at this point, like the Chiefs wide receivers and the Chiefs wide receivers, like Sky Moore and Tony are not worth shit yet. But Rice seems to be getting more and more involved. Like he's kind of getting to that point where you could possibly flex him. You still have the whole issue with the Kansas City wide receivers, where like they're just you don't know who's going to get the ball, and if Kelsey's there anyway, there probably is no point playing him really, to be honest. Because the minute Kelsey came back into last night, it was just, where's Kelsey? You know, and that's all. That's all he was doing the whole time. So, yeah,
it's so frustrating though, like because when you look back to when they had Tyreek Hill and Kelsey, like the two of them, they didn't affect each other's production. So when Hill left, you would have thought a natural wide receiver would have came along to fill that role, and he would have had a new favorite target, but it just hasn't happened. It doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. But Kelsey's 33, man. He's not going to be running around for another 2-3 years at tight end. Like it's going to be, who's he going to throw it to then?
Well, he was hobbling along last night. He was fine. So yeah.
I have a feeling the Chiefs are going to trade for Jerry Jeudy. That's my bold prediction.
So he's not going to get the ball either. Hard to catch him when you're sitting on the sidelines with your legs up.
Let's move on to the next London game. Just a reminder, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to throw them into our chat and we will answer for you as we go, because we're a very small podcast, so any questions we get, we will answer. Baltimore at Tennessee. This is this in Spurs Stadium? I assume it is. Lamar Jackson, Ryan Tannehill. You're probably just going to play Lamar, take your lumps and go again.
Yeah. Like, if you have Lamar, you're not going to not play Lamar, really. Like, you know, I know he burnt a bit last week, but like, you kind of have to keep going back to that well. He played well the 3 weeks previous.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah.
It's the same story as it ever is with the Baltimore running backs. There's nothing you really want here, is there?
Yeah, don't play him. just don't play him.
Just don't do it.
Yeah,
move on swiftly to their wide receivers, who you don't play either.
Yeah, if you were the Dobbins owner and you did draft Dobbins in the 3rd or the 4th round, whenever he actually went this year, then maybe you're the guy who's playing him. But other than that, you should not be playing these guys.
Zay Flowers had a usable week last week. Are you going back to the well with Zay Flowers?
No, I don't think so. You know, I think it's the same problem with these wide receivers. They just want to run the ball, and it's the Lamar Jackson show. Like, he's the only guy who they want to do anything. It's not that, or can do anything, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know. I think you have to be careful with Flowers. You probably can flex him if you need to flex him, but I would do it with a pinch of salt. Like, you know, you just have to be careful.
Yeah, Beckham took a couple of targets off him as well last week, which wasn't great, especially in the red zone and stuff. He took a few targets off him in the red zone, didn't he? And Aguilar as well. So, like, if Zay Flowers should be your playmaker, like that's what they drafted him for. Bateman showed he was terrible at the weekend, so Zay Flowers is the way forward. Like, should be getting more ball, should be a 10 to 12 to 15 point a week guy, but he just hasn't been that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Titans have been very bad against wide receivers as well. You can't run on them, so people have to try and throw on them. But gee, would you want to play Zay Flowers or would you want to play Terry McLaurin against Atlanta?
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers or Nico Collins against the Saints?
Nico Collins.
Yeah.
Yes, we're not getting very far here.
Yeah, but like Terry McLaurin has had big weeks, one big week and very serviceable weeks other than that. And Nico Collins he's huge upside if Stroud plays at his best. I think even Lamar at his best means Zay Flowers doesn't get a whole lot of ball. Like that's where the problem. Like Zay Flowers is the kind of guy you should be comparing with like a Gabe Davis. Gabe had a big week this week, big week 2 weeks ago, but realistically, he gets 2-3 targets in a game. It's how much can he make of them. Zay Flowers is that. That's what he's going to get from Lamar. He has to make more of it. He's a playmaker. He's super fast. Beat people and score touchdowns to make yourself fantasy relevant, because Lamar's not going to make you fantasy relevant throwing you 6 balls a game and you catch 3 of them. Like it's not good enough.
I have the perfect one: Zay Flowers or Josh Palmer against Dallas.
I'd probably play Zay then. Yeah, I'd probably play Zay.
Probably, yeah.
I take the
that's
chance.
probably
Low end flex.
Yeah. I don't think our first low end flex of the week. Yeah, like I don't think that like Flowers is not a bad player. It's just the whole Lamar Jackson factor of him not wanting to throw the ball.
Yeah,
That's the only problem. If he was getting multiple targets, he would be a very high end, probably wide receiver too at this point.
Mark Andrews, we're happy enough to roll him out anyway, so we don't need to discuss that. DeAndre Hopkins had a big game on the other side. Are you going straight back with Nuke again?
Yeah, 140 yards, man, is incredible. And Tannehill seemed to actually start finding him. It seemed to click with Tannehill. If I throw the ball up, he just goes up, gets it. It's like I don't need to like throw it to someone who's open, just throw it to Hopkins. He just catches the ball.
And
Yeah,
then
he looked like the Hopkins of old, didn't he? Like he looked much better. Yeah, I think you're loading him up from now on.
what about Henry then? You're just going to go straight back to the well and cross your fingers there.
Yeah, I'm never, ever dropping the king. It's not happening. He can burn me all season. He deserves it. He was too good to me the last 3 years.
You can't drop Derrick Henry. It's just you can't. No, he's too good.
It's a sin in any religion that you are.
I do think that Tajay Spears will be a good pick up off the waiver.
Yeah.
He looks like he's getting more and more involved, and like he got a touchdown last week, which kind of inflated his numbers. But last 2 weeks, what's he gets to be 14, week 4, 7. Like he's not hurting you. my running backs that I have at the moment are hurting me a lot more than that is. Like so,
Mine too.
yeah, I definitely pick him up. I think he's a pickup.
My running back room is Latavius Murray and Derrick Henry. There are no other. Oh wait, Jonathan Taylor's back. I forgot about him. We could be good to go this week. Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry loaded up for the first time this year. Ooh.
What a combination.
Yeah.
That's not getting points. Like,
Going to combine for 15 total points.
that's so depressing.
Hey, if Zach Moss could get that kind of yardage, Jonathan Taylor will too.
Was it true that Zach Moss got paid, or was that just like a really weird Twitter rumor?
You mean Jonathan Taylor?
No, Zach Moss. That he actually got a new contract, or was that just a weird Twitter rumor I saw?
I haven't seen that.
No,
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
must have been lies, so that's fine.
We talk about running back one and the Colts.
Yeah, they just paid a guy. What was it 24? How much did they pay him? 42 million for 3 years?
I don't know. I just saw it somewhere. Obviously, it was lies.
And then they're just going to be like, "Oh yeah, Zach, yeah, we just pay you too." It's like
I was just wondering if anyone will see it. That's all.
it is the Colts GM, so it could be true.
Like you'll probably just pay him a bag of like crisps or something, like Washington at Atlanta. The GOAT Sam Howell versus Derek Ritter. What's his name?
Hey, Derek Ritter, man, was top 10 this week as well.
He was actually quite good this week. He actually was like Yeah. Still
Are
don't
you
play
playing this week in
No,
fantasy?
no, 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 no. Not a hope. I am very much. I have another fantasy league, and I'm really struggling for a quarterback at the moment. I had Richardson that got injured obviously last week, but I'm still not going that. I'm not going that deep. Like,
Would you look at Howell?
Go to the Geno well.
I think you could. I think Howell is probably a streamable quarterback at this point. He's had two
God.
back-to-back decent games, but he has. Like, he played well against the Eagles 2 weeks ago, and he played well last week. Well, like, he's in Atlanta. If he can play well against those two, that's why can't he play well here?
If
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford is on
Yeah.
your waiver wire, I'd be looking him over Howell because they have the Cardinals this week.
Yeah.
The Cardinals' defense has been good. It's been the thing keeping the Cardinals in games.
I think the wheels are going to start coming off very quickly now. I think they've played their season. Well done, lads.
Now, please stop winning.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Bad Cardinals. Robinson for Washington going straight back into your running back position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the Robinson Bowl, actually. Bijan versus Brian. Only
Yeah,
one
there's
B
one-
Robinson can survive.
One is clearly better than the other.
Yeah. Obviously, Brian.
You could be hurting, though. Brian Robinson's been pretty solid. Like, if you've lost James Conner this week, Brian Robinson could be a big lifeline if he's in your team.
Yeah.
Running backs are so thin on the ground as well. You probably don't have an option. You're probably playing Brian Robinson anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did like it's this year has been the thinnest I've seen it for running backs in a long time. Like there's just everyone is injured.
Quick question: should they trade CD for Jefferson and Thielen?
Nope.
Yeah, just
Oh yeah.
Well,
No,
try-
no, you don't do it. Jefferson's gone.
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Just hold CD. Like
Yeah.
if you were like maybe 5-0, maybe
Take
then
the flyer on
no.
Jefferson coming back for playoffs. Thielen is
Yeah.
performing
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah, if I'm anyway like not assured of the playoffs, then I'd be keeping CD just to try and get some points.
Yeah. I think CD's probably a better asset at the moment. The Vikings just look very poor. I've been holding on to CD for a while.
Yeah, but even the Vikings being poor doesn't really stop Jefferson scoring.
No, he's insane.
No, but he just doesn't really get. Well, yeah, I suppose that's true. I was
The
going
IR is the
to
only
try to be like a
scorer.
counter argument here and have a little conversation about it, but no, I have nothing. I'm not going to look stupid in my podcast. Let's move on.
Terry McLaurin, would you play him or would you play Michael Pittman against Jacksonville?
Play Terry McLaurin.
I could probably pick Pittman now because Minshew's back.
That's
Like
actually a
he's-
very good point. Yeah, actually, I didn't
Yeah.
think of that.
Because Richardson's out now for a couple of weeks, 5-6 weeks now. It's out for a while.
Yeah, he's going to IR anyway.
So yeah, I think you go Pittman. Jesus. Shiver
It's
up
actually not a bad show. Pittman owners are probably rejoicing that Richardson got injured now.
I actually have him in my other league, and I actually have him playing away, and he's actually doing quite well to be fair to him. So it's all right. We're mending our relationship, myself and Michael Pittman.
Dotson, I don't think you're really going to be looking his way. Drake London, like I have a rule, I'll never play. Oh, I never drafted any of them, but London has been a little bit more consistent in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, Ritter seems to be getting a bit better. He seems to be throwing the ball a small bit more.
This is the week they catch you, though.
This is the week to catch you, exactly. Yeah, but I think like if you have London, you can probably flex him away. Like he's probably the only target really there that's going to catch the ball.
Kyle Pitts had a good week, and so did John F. Smith. Like,
Yeah, these Falcons are really luring you now.
yeah, like you're talking their tight ends might be serviceable more so than their wide receivers. Like London this week, London had a lot of yardage, which and receptions is what boosted them up. But like last week, that week is completely just the points is just the only reason he got him is he scored a touchdown. Like if he doesn't score that touchdown, he's awful again. It's like, how could you have a wide receiver one that's touchdown reliant to be relevant in fantasy? Doesn't make any sense.
It's not great. Not
It's
great,
fair.
Bob. And then your tight end start, Logan Thomas. You gonna put him in straight away, Shane?
I'm not picking him up, dude. I'm taking your running back replacement of Demarcado. If I was picking up Logan Thomas, I would be playing him straight away. Yeah.
Can we move on from this game then?
Yeah. Oh,
Minnesota
yeah. We can, of course. Yeah.
Minnesota at Chicago. Justin Fields has gone straight back into auto start again.
Yeah, he is. To be fair.
Surprised you haven't played your song yet. It's like the limit is back.
Yeah, you have. You can actually do it now.
He was the number one this week.
He's gonna be awful again.
Yeah.
I feel like this song is like, jinxed him a little bit. I think he needs to stop it. Like,
Okay, that's enough.
Kirk Cousins is a play in this game as well. I think you're going straight with Cousins, aren't you?
Yeah, this is going to be high scored.
Mm.
Because no one can defend.
Yeah, that's basically the reason why. This is going to be high scored. It's just it's going to be receivers that are going to get you the points here, though, because we look at it like Madison hasn't been great. I think I could flex him, but I don't think even at flexing him, it's hard to trust Madison. And Roshan Johnson looks like he's going to be out with concussion. And I'm not playing Dante Foreman. I'm not doing that.
Would you trade Pearson and Laporta for Mixon? He has Andrews. Running backs would be Taylor Swift.
He did that on purpose.
Taylor Swift, Stevenson, and Mixon. And there's Breece Hall in there as well. Sorry, I skipped Breece when I got confused about Taylor Swift.
I don't know what I do that.
I don't think I would, no.
I
don't know how well Mixon's doing. How is Mixon doing?
You could probably trade Pearson Laporta for a better running back. Running backs, as we keep saying, are very thin this year, but Pearson Laporta, you could probably trade them for a much better running back. Laporta
I like the running backs he has, though. I wouldn't mind looking at receivers with Pearson Laporta there.
Yeah, because you already have your three that you're probably going to play every week now, and Taylor Swift and Breece Hall, and Stevenson and Mixon are decent backups to come in for bye weeks.
I honestly wouldn't be letting go of Laporta. I kind of have an issue with that, to be honest. But I think Laporta is probably your
trade Andrews for higher value, couldn't you?
Yeah, you probably could, and just keep Laporta. Yeah,
the way Laporta's playing, he's going to be much better than Andrews for the rest of the year.
Let's see the receivers. The receivers are DJ Moore, Lamb, Brown, Pittman, and London. Yeah.
Why are you trading? That team's got to be like 5-0.
Yeah.
And it's AJ. It's not even Hollywood. It's fucking AJ that he has. It's like, I was thinking, oh, Brown, it's got to be the shitter Brown. But it's not.
Shitter Brown. Jeez, between Taylor Swift and the shitter Brown, we're having an absolute scare. It's hard to know what you do with that team. I think I'd be moving Andrews if I'd be keeping Laporta.
Yeah.
And trading Andrews for higher value, which is whatever you think you can get. I'd go for the team that doesn't have a tight end and see, or someone who has had terrible tight ends. That guy is 4-1 though.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'd be surprised if he wasn't.
Yeah, I just hold kind of what I have there. I wouldn't be moving for Mixon at all.
Yeah, it's like, calm down, buddy. Calm down.
Yeah.
I'd be trying to. If you wanted to trade, I'd probably try and trade Andrews with someone else because I think he has a name factor and I think you get a lot more from him. But I think Laporte will be better throughout the year.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Trade thought. I trade away Devonta Smith and get just JT. My other wide receivers are Cup, Addison, and Garrett Wilson.
Tinning yourself out there at the wide receiver, Mark, aren't you? Wilson is touchdown reliant early with that useless kid that I
Zach
can't remember his name.
Wilson.
So, yeah, Zach Wilson.
Wilson's
And
great.
Addison again touchdown. Well, Addison now would probably kick on a little bit more with Justin Jefferson out for the 4 weeks, but that's not a long-term fix coming into playoffs. Jefferson will be back again, and you could be really limiting your chance of winning the league without Devonta Smith.
Devonta Smith's been bad the last 2 weeks as well, so you might struggle to move him for JT.
Yeah, who was on a snap count this week and only got low points because of that.
It's a tough one. We were talking about Madison. Madison's come on all right in the last couple of weeks, hasn't he? So would you play Madison in this game?
Yeah, I probably would, but I don't trust him. Like he'd be my flex. Like it's and saying that, I'm looking back at his score and he's only had like one bad game.
He wasn't good last week though. If you watched the game, he wasn't good. He had a touchdown, he saved the whole thing, but Akers looked a little bit more productive than him. Anytime Akers got the ball, no, not saying play Akers. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't think Mattison's points are a little bit inflated, I think, because he has been getting the touchdown.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't like him. I think he's very good. And
you just don't like him. Bears are very bad against running backs, though, so you're probably going to have to play Madison. Really, you probably don't have the stones not to play him. Like
it's probably the game that you do play him. If you're ever going to play him, you're going to play him with the Bears. Bears and Broncos. Like they're useless. They're just really poor.
On the other side, do you want to wait a week with Roshan, or are you going straight in with him?
No, I'd say by the sounds of everything that's coming out, it all seems to say Roshan Johnson is not going to play this week due to concussion protocol. So Deontay Foreman, I would say, come Sunday, Deontay Foreman is going to be the starting running back for that team, and I am not going to that well.
The Vikings have actually been good against running backs as well. They're 9th best against running backs, so maybe avoid that if you can.
Yep. Don't. It's not the Foreman anyway. You're not playing him.
Yeah.
The receivers, Jordan Addison, as you said, Shane, there in the trade talk, he's probably going straight into your lineup.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's going to be 15 point a week kind of guy now.
He should be class now.
KJ,
you probably flex KJ. Yeah, I'd say they throw the ball enough in that Vikings offense that KJ is going to become more relevant now with Justin Jefferson out.
Mm-hmm. He was getting a lot more passes as well when Jefferson went out the last day. So he is going to be a part of that offense.
fair point. Well made. DJ Moore, then you're nobody's benching him after 45 points, are they?
Well, he's the number 3 wide receiver on the year now. So
that's really bad that it took 45 points for him to get into top 3. Like, how many points? Like, I don't want to even think about it. But some of the Washington, was it Fuller, the cornerback on? He just seemed to be trying to jump the route every time, didn't he?
Yeah, it's like this game will suit them anyway because Minnesota they don't seem to want to play defense. They're just like, you score, we score. We'll see who's closest at the end. It's like it's just not how you win leagues, man. But once the Bears move on, they start getting some of the better defenses coming up against them. I think DJ Moore will be limited again, but it's not going to be his fault. He's shown he's good. It's going to be the fact that Justin Fields is looking around at fucking stars in his eyes again, not know what he's doing.
The 2 tight ends in this game are number 3 and number 5. So
bench him.
Which one do you think is number 3?
The Met.
Yeah, it was always going to be the most unexpected one if I was asking you that question, wasn't it?
Yeah, to be fair.
Well, no, I know Komet's had like 3 really big weeks.
We hardly need. Do we need carousel music for this? Because they're both kind of starting.
No, they're locks. They're not carousel. Do you have like prison doors slamming shut? They're locks.
I can do a quick search, but this could take time, so we might not do it live on air.
Pressure.
Next week, I will get you lock noises.
Yeah, prison doors just slamming shut. That's a great lock noise when someone's a lock.
What do prison doors slamming shut sound like?
That's like fucking spaceship. What the fuck are you doing?
I fucked up to that fashion.
What kind of fucking prison did you go to?
No. I was never in prison, so makes sense.
Seattle at Cincinnati. Geno Smith, Joe Burrow, the resurgent Joe Burrow. You're going straight back to Joe, aren't you, after that?
Against the Seahawks, I'd actually be a little bit wary of him. I'd try to just maybe hold one more week on Joe Burrow would be my tuck your tail in a little bit and see kind of if you have anyone else there to start. You probably pick someone up if you probably missed this week if you were a Joe Burrow owner because he's burnt you since the start of the season. So if you stuck with him, you're sticking with him. But if you benched him, you're probably leaving him on the bench for at least one more week.
Jamie?
No, I think you play him away. It's Joe. He looks a lot better. So he looks like he's trending upwards towards Joe Burrow that we know. You know, he was playing a couple of Joe Burrow-esque kind of plays during the week. He's not going to be as good. I don't think he's not going to get last week 29 or whatever it was. He's not going to do that. But like he should be okay. I think Cincinnati are probably just probably trying to get him past this into the bye week and get him right in for after the bye.
Like Seahawks defense is number 5 defense on the season. Like they're a good defense. He's not going to get the same time and everything that he had last week. Like he's going.
You just said the Cardinals defense were really good.
Yeah, but like they're not number 5 defense. Like
you're
they've been good enough to keep the Cardinals in games, but like they're not doing what the Seahawks defense is doing. Like Bobby Wagner looks like he's back. Yeah, he's coming back. He's playing really well. Their corners are playing unreal. Like I just wouldn't be playing him.
I'd play him. I'd play him over Stafford against the Cardinals.
Oh,
well, no, who's Stafford playing? Sorry. Who does Stafford have? He has a good matchup this week. Stafford does have the Cardinals, yeah.
Yeah, what Joe?
Would you play Goff against Tampa Bay or would you play Burrow, Shane?
Probably play Goff.
Lions are really good.
Dak against the Charger or Burrow?
I wouldn't play either of them. They're both ass.
That's not the question. You got to pick one.
Yeah, but I have more intelligence than playing either of them. It's like
we know the whole ass, but like
it's like there is more people on the waiver wire. I would play the waiver wire.
Thank you for your fantasy input on the players that I was asking about, Shane. We'll move on to the running backs. Kenneth Walker, Joe Mixon are the 2 running backs you'll be playing in this game, really. Joe Mixon hasn't been electric, though, all season. He's just about kind of been getting you going.
It's hard to be good when your quarterback can't throw the ball.
Yeah, well, he might have fixed that. We don't know. He's figured out the just throw it to chase mentality.
Yeah.
Fuck it, he's up there somewhere.
Well, Chase did say it to me. He's like, I'm open. I'm always open. Just throw the fucking ball to me, like. And he does. Look what happens.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, he's my receiver to ever say that.
Fire up Mixon anyway. You probably don't have another option, and fire out Kenneth Walker. There's nothing else you can really do in these games. Like the wide receivers in this game, then. There's not really many questions, is there? Like DK straight away, Jamar Chase, you're hardly ever going to bench him. Tyler Lockett, what do you think? He's not like he's been very, very pedestrian. Would you play him or would you play, say, Devonta Smith? I'll get you his matchup now against the Jets.
Probably Devonta Smith, yeah. Even though he
I'd
hasn't.
probably lean towards Lockett against the Bengals.
I'd probably go there Smith personally, but it's quite close. Would you play Lockett or Adam Thielen against Miami?
Thielen.
Yeah.
Lockett or Michael Pittman against Jacksonville?
Pittman.
Jacksonville's defense hasn't been terrible in recent weeks. I probably lean to Lockett there. Just because it's Minshew and I don't really know how good he's going to be now. He has to play for 4 weeks.
Does anyone have any interest in Tyler Boyd if you're stuck? I don't really personally.
No, God, no.
Not now, anyway.
T. Higgins, then he's not back yet, is he? So don't need to worry about that. Tight ends, there's nothing really to look at in this game, so we can move on from there. San Francisco.
The return of Will Disley. Excuse yourself. He's back from injury. Expect 3 points.
And another catastrophic knee injury.
Possibly. He's still getting 3 points though.
Great.
San Francisco 5-0 at the 2-2 Cleveland Browns. There's just no real questions about playing the San Francisco players. It's more just which one of them scores the points.
Yeah. They're just very, very, very good, aren't they?
Yeah, there's different level. Even Brock Purdy is just going straight into your team now. Brock Purdy probably would have been the good question against Joe Burrow.
No, it wouldn't have been. The answer would have been Brock Purdy.
Purdy's getting better and better every single week. You know,
I thought you were going to say he's pretty good.
Oh,
shut!
Oh, I can't believe I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Can we rewind?
It's like a pure you thing to say. It's one of your puns. Like that was. I was full on expecting it. Like
actually disgusted. Yeah, that's ruined my night now. That's just ruined my night.
Good.
Just close it over.
Yes. Right, boys, I'm off. That was mission accomplished.
Good night, God bless.
See
All right, let's figure out who the line is with Brock Purdy. Then Brock Purdy, or we'll start with Justin Fields against Minnesota. Then
I play Fields, man. That's going to be a massive high-scoring game.
That's way too far as well.
Yeah,
Brock Purdy or Lamar Jackson against Tennessee.
Purdy.
Yeah,
that's a tough one. Now I would have you do answer that very quickly. Brock Purdy or say Kirk Cousins against Chicago.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, probably Cousins. Just the Bears are shite.
Brock Purdy or CJ Stroud against the Saints.
Brock Purdy.
Purdy.
Jesus, this is getting difficult. Let's
There was none of these were hard. We answered really fast.
I'm trying to find you something difficult.
Make it difficult.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make a difficult comparison for you. You're very high on Purdy.
Oh, sorry. I was like, oh, I'm giving you such difficult questions. I was like, no, they're not. They're really easy, Dad.
All right, Brock Purdy or Justin Herbert against Dallas.
Brock Purdy.
Come on now.
Herbert is going up against a scared and annoyed Dallas defense after what happened with the 49ers. They're probably going to put up a shutout or like give up 10 points and score like at least once. It's always happened since Dan Quinn took over. Anytime they have a bad game, they come back and have an unreal game on defense. The offense is still going to be terrible because Dak is there. But other than that,
I go Herbert. Yeah.
See, now you pressured Jamie into it. See what you did?
I didn't. Maybe the Cowboys just aren't as good as we thought they were.
They are.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
You're such a homer.
Like, look at this way. If Purdy can do it to them last week, Herbert can 100% do it to them this week.
Herbert doesn't have Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, and Debo Samuel, and George Kittle on his team. It's like,
And he's
and they
up for
don't
it.
have Fred Warner as a fucking linebacker doing everything on defense for him. Like, they just don't have that. They have Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa.
Look,
Yeah,
we
getting
have to
distracted,
criticize the Cowboys at some point, okay?
Oh yeah,
We-
completely
we-
criticize them. That's no problem. But they are going to bounce back this week.
But you're so defensive.
Here, we have to move on here. So we're talking about the 49ers. You're playing everyone. There's not really anyone you're going to bench here, is there?
No.
No.
Yeah, play them all. No question. Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, all in.
Everything. Kicker, defense, the
McCaffrey,
whole
yeah.
shebang. You just
Oh,
fire everything up.
shebang. The whole 9 yards. Cleveland, I want none of them. Don't give me any of them. Amari Cooper's at home, though.
Yeah, play Amari Cooper.
It's not been as true this year. He's had he's been crap everywhere, in fairness, this year, except Tennessee, really.
Probably not his fault, really, to be fair.
Yeah.
The Browns just have a real stink off them, don't they? There's nothing really exciting here.
Yeah, since Chubb went down, that whole offense fell apart.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
We're going to have to talk it out, though. So, like, you may be in a situation where you have to play Ford. Would you play Ford or Alexander Madison against Chicago?
Play Madison.
Yeah.
Ford or the Gus Bus against Tennessee?
I'd probably go with Ford then, but not this week against San Francisco, actually. So, Gus
Yeah,
Bus.
no. I'm not playing forward against anyone against that Niners defense. Not a hope.
So Amari Cooper is the only question, really. So Amari Cooper or Zay Flowers? Should have thought of that one earlier. Zay
Yeah,
Flowers.
you should have. What a bad host. Cooper probably actually there.
Just flowers. I'm just staying away from the Niners defense. They're just very, very good.
Just avoiding it.
Just avoiding it.
Just hiding behind the couch when that game comes up. The Saints are going to Houston to play the Texans. Are you happy to play CJ Stroud against the New Orleans Saints defense?
It's a tough one. Their defense has been very good, but I think just trust Stroud at this point, don't you? Like he's earned that bit of trust to go in against a tough defense and see what he can do. Like he's earned that bit of trust to stream him against a tough defense.
Yeah, like I think you play him. Like coming off these big weeks, so but like they were playing the Patriots. Patriots are absolutely ass. Like their points are inflated that small little bit. I don't think they're that top defense that they look like they are. So I think you can play Stroud away. And he's going to get like 5 points now. I said that. But, yeah.
I might try. You're both quite confident. I might try and look for a better option if I can. But if I don't have anything, I will play him.
Do you have anything?
I have Justin Fields.
Yeah, so you're okay then. So you are looking elsewhere.
Derek Carr is not really a question. No one's going to play Derek Carr.
Yeah, no.
Alvin Kamara is an auto start. He's been electric since he came. Well, he's not been electric, but he's been scoring you pretty good points.
Mm-hmm.
And then this Damian Pierce thing. What's going on here? Like
Pierce is all right.
He's trying. He is trying. He got a lot of ball there last week, but I don't know. Just doesn't seem to. It could be half the Texans too. Like, they seem okay, but not great either. He's always not. I don't think he's ever going to get to massive points because they are just that little bit limited. Like it's the same thing. It's the same thing in Nico Collins. Like as a Nico Collins owner, it's very kind of. Is he going to do it this week? Is he not going to do it? Like last week he didn't do it, but the week before then he got massive points.
31.
Yeah, that's it. That's kind of what you're going to get with these Texans players. They're kind of boom bust.
don't. I think I'd be avoiding Damian Pierce if I can't. Well, I said this. He was my sit last week. He's going to be probably my sit again this week. I don't want to play him against the Saints defense.
Yeah,
think
they're
it's
very good against the run, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fourth best, so I don't know if I'm going anywhere near him, to be honest. Wide receivers, do you have the stones to bench Nico?
No.
No,
You keep-
straight in.
I have
going.
no stones.
You keep going to that one. He has so much upside that you can't really bench him. You know, you're kind of stuck, but you're not in the bad stuck. You know, he's still not killing you every week either.
do
No,
you
Back to it.
would you go to Robert Woods now if Tank Dell is out this week?
I don't think there's enough targets, is there? Like Dell wasn't doing very well either.
I'm not going for Robert Woods. I don't think. I don't want that. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm all right on that. I'd prefer to play Michael Thomas than Robert Woods on the other side.
Yeah, that's fact. Yeah,
Mhm.
Michael Thomas is just steady Eddie, isn't he? He's just steady Eddie.
He is. Yeah, he's just been consistent. He's not gonna win you a week, but if you just need to stay alive, he has a
He's
chance.
literally the ultimate low end flex.
Would you chase the points with Dalton Schultz this week?
You probably could. You could go for it because, like, with Dell out, Woods not been fantastic. I think Collins and Schultz are definitely going to be primary targets there. Damian Pierce, if he can't move the ball against a very good run defense, they're going to be throwing it a lot more. So Dalton Schultz isn't going to be covered by Marshawn Lattimore. So Nico Collins is. So Schultz should be open more than Nico Collins. I think Schultz is actually the better play here. Hey!
I forgot to get the carousel music. It was a busy week.
That's a busy week. We're just dying of a hangover for 2 days.
Very busy, that.
Yeah, we qualified for the quarterfinals of the Rugby World Cup, man. Leave them alone.
That's fair.
Wait till we get to a semi-final. Jesus.
Oh,
Won't see
His
me
own
from-
team barely qualified. He has to support someone.
No, don't be at it now. Don't be at it. Indianapolis at Jacksonville. Gardner Minshew, Trevor Lawrence. The Jacksonville revenge game for Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, he's probably going to hand the ball off a lot.
There's no one still playing Trevor Lawrence, is there? We don't have to talk about Trevor Lawrence. Like
I might have to go back to him because Jordan Love is absolute ass.
Are Green Bay on bye this week?
Trying to buy, yeah.
See, I
Nice.
think what's killing
Thank
Jordan
God.
Love as well was his he had no running back. So like he was very good, but Aaron Jones was playing well because it was like, oh, we have to defend the runs. There was just loads of people open. It's like, oh no, Aaron Jones, we'll just sit back here. You can't throw it.
No one's afraid of AJ Dillon. Like,
Not even AJ Dillon is afraid of AJ Dillon.
His calves are afraid of his quads.
mm.
Yeah, we're not playing either of these quarterbacks. Then Zach Moss, Jonathan Taylor is going to just be an annoyance for the next couple of weeks because we expect Taylor's snap count to go up, but you don't want to bench Moss either after games like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this week Taylor's been training. He's back. I think Taylor's going to get more than 50% of the snaps this week. I think they just ramp him up this week now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
The question.
Yeah.
So you have the stones to play Taylor in this game. You're going to think it's going to be 50-50 or better.
Yeah, I will be starting Jonathan Taylor this weekend.
But would you be starting Zach Moss then?
I would start him over Zach Moss, but
But no,
I would
say
I would still play Zach Moss if I was a Moss owner. I still think there's value there. I think Taylor's just your last week was a good send off, is the way I'll put it. I think he's never getting that high again.
Do you have the same opinion there, Jamie? You'd play Moss even with Taylor back, just for another week anyway.
I think you're playing Moss this week, but you're not very confident about it. I think Shane's right. I think Taylor's going to start ramping up very, very soon. Like, I think he's going to get more snaps, and if he does what Jonathan Taylor does this week, then you might as well drop Zach Moss to take after that because Taylor just take over.
ATM we don't need to talk about. He had a good week. Michael Pittman then has kind of been our question mark throughout. You've heard lots of Michael Pittman questions as we've been going through the show. I think he's very much in play though in this game.
Yeah. I'd agree. But it's just, I think with Taylor back, I think Pittman is going to be affected as well by Taylor coming back because they are still going to feed Moss. Minshew probably won't get to throw it as much. It'll be a lot of run this week against the Jaguars.
I think you put Pittman away this week, yeah.
The other side's a bit more of a question mark, Jamie, with all three of these receivers always catching the ball. Which one would you prefer to play?
Gosh, good question. I think Kirk has probably been your most consistent. I think Kirk is your boy that if you want to get consistent points, you play him. I think Ridley's probably that more of an upside where he probably could get more points. But if you want consistency, I go Kirk.
Yeah, 100% agree with everything there.
Evan Ingram then he had a bit of a down week, but he's been very, very consistent at the tight end position, so he's going to play him anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't go back on the carousel. He stays on the team.
The absolutely terrible Carolina Panthers are going to Miami to play the Dolphins.
The absolutely terrible Carolina Panthers, except Adam Thielen, are going to play.
Yeah, you can play Thielen. That's the only player we have to talk about on this Carolina side. So would you play Thielen or would you play, I'm not going to say Michael Pittman because I keep using that one. Play Thielen or would you play Hollywood Brown against the Rams?
I play Thielen.
Yeah.
I think I might play Hollywood, but that's very close, and that might be my homerism coming into it. Would you play Thielen or would you play... Who was the Detroit receiver that did well this week? When
Reynolds.
Yeah. Would you play Reynolds or would you play Thielen?
Thielen. I picked up Reynolds. I've dropped him already.
Yeah. Why did you drop him? He got like 15 points.
Let's send Brown's back. He's not good to me anymore.
Yeah. You do realize that Reynolds has got...
I'm finished playing with you now.
Reynolds was getting that kind of points when Brown was in the team.
No, because I picked him up beforehand and he just stopped. That's all.
Yeah, he had one bad game. You dropped him.
No, I dropped him a couple of weeks ago. Then someone else picked him up.
Yeah, me.
Oh yeah. And then you dropped him, so I picked him up. And now I'm going to drop him again.
I'll pick him back up, so that's handy.
I'm done with him.
Oh, it's just be you two picking him up all season.
I'll trade him. If you want.
No, God, no. I'm not going to trade for him. I'm not an idiot.
Miles Sanders, you're not going to play him, so we don't really need to discuss that, I don't think.
Chuba Hubbard is out snapping him. No, he's not doing that with him, but he's out snapping him. like Chuba, if you're a Miles Sanders owner, you may as well just pick up Chuba Hubbard and flex him. If you're flexing Sanders, as it is, just swap.
I prefer to play Latavius Murray.
Yeah, that's what I do. Brilliant pickup, brilliant flex. Good low end flex.
The Miami side's pretty straightforward. Tua is a start. Mostert with Achane out was a start. He was probably a start anyway. Tyreek, you're playing him. Waddle, I don't think there's any way you're going to bench him. Would you bench Waddle maybe? Nah, it's Carolina. You're playing them all.
Yeah, you still play Waddle. Yeah, I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I'm not high on Waddle. I don't think he's going to be fantastic, but you'd still play him.
Yeah.
He's not that 30-point a week player that people were thinking he was. Like, he's just not that. Got to wait for Tyreek Hill to retire or leave Miami before that happens.
Or get arrested.
Yeah. Oh, so that
Oh,
demeaning the man, like.
dig.
No, I don't think I'm demeaning him. I think his track record is demeaning him. Well, can we move on to the evening slate then?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, if you'd like. It's up to you.
We could just talk about movies instead if you like.
Oh, good man. Lord of the Rings was on all week. I watched Lord of the Rings. Each one was on all week. I could do that if you want.
You realize you can stream these movies now.
Yeah, but it was just on telly, so I just decided to watch it. It's like, oh look, it's on telly. I'll just watch that.
What is it about when a movie is on TV, you'll sit down and watch it, but streaming it, you just nah. But if it's on
Yeah.
telly, I'll sit down and watch this.
Yeah, that's very true. Like even Beverly Hills Cop was on there today, and I missed the first hour of it. So sit down and watch the rest of it. It's like, it's
Great
class.
movie.
Great movie. Absolutely brilliant. Like.
Did you get the Wonderworld theme music? No, you didn't. You got the Benny Hill music still. I told you to get the Wonderworld music.
Got very angry about that out of nowhere, didn't he?
Yeah. Jamie said Beverly Hills Cop, and I remembered. I was like, God damn it, Dad.
Remember, guys, any questions you have, throw them into the chat and we'll keep answering as the show goes on. We are now moving into the evening slate to one of the best games of the weekend, New England at Las Vegas Raiders.
Play all of your Vegas players.
But like, which ones do you have? You have Jacobs and Devontae Adams, and after that, are you interested in anyone? Were you playing Myers?
Myers got 17 points again this week. Myers should
Myers?
be going in as an auto start now in every team. He should be at least a wide receiver 2 or a flex in every
Yeah.
team. He should be.
Myers.
Wide receiver 18.
He's playing very well. Definitely play Myers.
But he missed a week through injury as well, Dan. Like if he doesn't miss that week and he gets them 17, 18 points that he's regularly getting, he's probably the wide receiver 8 or 9.
Yeah,
And
fair
the
enough.
only poor week he had was when Garoppolo was out, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, the backup guy came in and was like, I'm not throwing to you. It's like,
Garoppolo
okay.
loves him. Garoppolo was like, they're like best friends.
You go for tea in the evenings.
Yeah.
They're like the
Brady.
poor man's Brady and Edelman.
Brady chose hair and talk.
I suppose we better talk about Ramondre Stevenson. Any interest in this game?
Absolutely none.
No, he should be on your bench now, or you should be just like dropping him or seeing if anyone who's severely got a load of injured running backs is stupid enough to trade for him.
All right, yeah.
I tried already, and the owner said no.
Oh, I would have left. Oh, if I was a Stevenson owner, he'd be gone weeks ago.
Yeah, I
Oh my
tried,
God, he's-
and he was just like, no. I was like, okay.
He's useless. I don't understand. He's awful. I never got it from the start. Well, you know how I feel about it. Like, but no, just drop him. Just drop him. Yeah, just fucking drop him.
It's like, fucking drop him fucking now.
He does have like a nice little run of easy matchups coming, but it's just the fact that, like you say, you have to rely on the Patriots offense.
Yeah, nah.
Like Kansas City have the easiest strength of schedule coming up for the running back. New England have the second easiest. Looking at this, actually, it might be worth trading for Pacheco. This is a very easy run he has coming. Who has Pacheco in my league? Hunter Henry, any interest in him?
Probably not. No, he should probably be going back to the waiver wire this week.
Fair enough. We don't need to talk about that anymore. So there's no Patriots at all we can be talked into.
Absolutely none.
No. If Zeke goes back to like 2016 Zeke, I'll take him.
Just get a time machine.
Well, we go back
Yeah, it's just,
7 years. Not even last year. 7 years.
Yeah, he's got to be 2016 Zeke.
How is he
Realize
gonna go back?
after 2016
7
Zeke didn't have a run over 50 yards. Like since his
How do you
rookie
expect-
season.
How would you expect a man to go back 7 years?
I don't know. Stop by. I don't have to do it.
Just do it, Zeke. Just
Yeah,
do it.
it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
me who has to do it.
Philadelphia, then. This is the next matchup. Philadelphia at the Jets. Brees Hall straight back in after the big game.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook can be making his way to waiver wire, surely.
Yes.
Yeah, he should be just so bad. Didn't Michael Carter like do better than him again this week?
They're literally splitting reps between the two of them, which is awful. And he's the second running back anyway.
Yeah, but like Michael Carter beat him the last 2 weeks with a score of 3.1 and 3.7.
Yeah.
So it's so bad.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that.
Jalen Hurts is your auto start at QB there, and then Swift, I don't think we really discussed it. He's going to just start for you at this stage, isn't he?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then the wide receivers, AJ Brown straight in, but then Devonta Smith. Are you rolling back to him after the couple of bad weeks?
Like,
you
what did he have?
him-
He's 14, 21, 4, 11, 1. Yeah. Against the Jets, he probably should be okay to play, shouldn't he?
Yeah, is Sauce going to be on AJ Brown?
Yeah, I'd say so. He should be okay to play Devontae Smith this week.
Strangely poor in such a good offense, like, and he should be doing
Yeah,
a lot better.
It seems to be a bit of the 49ers kind of thing where they're just a bit meh. Like
Good
it's
description.
I don't mean meh. I just mean like the ball seems to get moved around a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a tough play, but like you drafted him like second round or third round, you're probably sticking with him now at this rate. Like either that or you're hoping for one big week and trading him.
Yeah, it's a tough one. That I'm trying to figure out how to trade for Pacheco while we're talking, but I can't.
Stop trying to trade for Pacheco. Just do this and do that later.
Yeah, and we have a question in the chat too.
Do we?
Pacheco related.
Not Pacheco related.
No, it's Derrick Henry, the king related.
Henry and DJ Moore got Swift, Waddle, and Brian Robinson.
So what's
Is this
the
Henry
question?
for DJ
I'm not
Moore?
really sure what that means.
Yeah, I assume it means Henry. Say it's Henry for DJ Moore.
No.
God, no.
Probably not. All right, yeah.
No.
Look, Justin Fields is eventually going to realize that he's Justin Fields and he's just not going to be able to throw the ball again.
Oh, just not very good. Oh.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks ago, the man had a wide open dude up the seam, heading for the end zone, and he decided to double pump and then throw to a covered guy. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, to be fair, we were going to drop him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's eventually going to happen again. Like,
Back to this Jets matchup. Garrett Wilson. He's probably the question. Like the Eagles haven't been great against wide receivers, but you just play Wilson at this stage, don't you? And just look away.
yeah,
I think Wilson's been alright. Yeah, he hasn't hurt you as much as we thought he would.
you're kind of hoping for that, like one big catch, like what he done against Dallas. Just catch one ball, run it 80 yards, end zone, good stuff.
Jordan Addison's probably overtaking him now for starts this week, I'd say.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would agree there. Yeah, I would play Addison over Wilson now.
And then tight ends, Goddard straight in, and then no one's looking Conklin's way anyway.
No.
Arizona at the Rams. Sorry,
it's really funny with Conklin. Like you think with how terrible Zach Wilson is, like he just throw to a bigger, huge tight end that can just like not have to run 10 yards before making a cut. It's like, oh, he just had to run like 2 yards and turn sideways. Just throw it to him. He's there. It's like, why isn't he using this tight end more? He's so bad. Usually really bad quarterbacks go to the tight end a lot.
Yeah, he's just beyond bad though, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like Conklin should be relevant because Wilson is there instead of Rodgers, and he's just not still because Wilson is terrible.
Yeah, it's an odd one. It's very odd. I don't know. It's very, 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 very odd, but they're just so bad. You can't really fix it. Arizona at the Rams. This game could be a bit more interesting for point scoring. No James Conner, so Shane, you have been DeMarcado's main fan this whole show.
Yeah, it's mainly because, again, this week I have the number 1 waiver wire pickup, and he is going to be the new number 1 or number 2 running back in my, or number 3 running back in my team with Jonathan Taylor there, actually. So I will have 3 starting running backs this week for the first time since week 1.
Living that high life.
Oh my God, it's been so bad. Oh, he's definitely, Aaron Donald is going to break his leg in this game, and he's just never going to play another snap of football, and that's going to happen.
Matthew Stafford, he's a consideration, Jamie.
He is a consideration. I think you could probably play him here. Surely with Cup back and Pakua there now, surely he's value when it goes up. You would think. And like Cup was pretty much back to his best last week. For a first game back, you didn't think he'd get as much ball as he did against a very good Eagles team. I think Stafford should now get a lot better.
Yeah, but it kind of started with Cup, didn't it? And then in the second half, he went back to Nakua.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Cup was kind of, they were like, right, we'll play him early, get him game time, and then it was like, right, we'll bring it back down and we'll go back to Nakua. I think in games where it's going to be tighter games, closer score, and the longer Cooper Kupp is back in the team, I think Nakua's value is going to drop. I'd say he's safe to play again this week. But if Cooper Kupp just blows him out of the water this week, I'd be very much just going away from Nakua then. I don't think it should happen. He's been too good for that to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it will. I couldn't see him move away from the Nakua like that. He's been way too good. Way too good.
Kyron Williams then, is you're gonna just go back to it. It's running back.
Yeah, I think you play him away here. So like he was quiet, but that was the Eagles. They're very good. Like so, play him away.
Hollywood Brown, probably the same thing. Like, you just keep playing him. You're not getting burned, so you may as well just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receiver 14 on the season.
Good season so far.
14, 14, 13, 14. Geez, you couldn't really ask for much more, could you?
No, that's good. Good production out of Hollywood.
Move on to the next game, Detroit at Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
One question: when did Tony Jones go to Arizona?
Who?
Tony
Tony
Jones.
Jones.
Tony
Yeah.
Jones from Jim Shaw.
Yeah.
I assume they've just signed him.
Yeah. Surely. Yeah.
4 hours ago.
Surely he's a better option than DeMarcado. No.
No. DeMarcado is he came in last week. He looked good. I'd say they're going to stick with DeMarcado. Stop trying to get me to move off of DeMarcado so you can pick him up. I'm not an idiot. Like
Adding Tony Jones to waivers.
I'm
Tony
just
Jones is
saying.
bad as well, though.
This guy thinking for myself. Like, I need Tony Jones.
No, DeMarcado is going to lead that backfield at the weekend. They're not going to bring in a guy and then just be like, yeah, you're playing, start running back this weekend.
But Jones was playing ball all year.
I don't know. It's.
Okay, never mind. Okay, we move on.
I feel like we're fairly pulling at the bottom of the barrel here.
Yeah, have you not seen the string of injuries I've had at running back? Like, I've been pulling at the bottom of the barrel since week 2, man.
Detroit at Tampa Bay. Jared Goff has been a weekly play.
Yep.
Yeah, Lions are good. Lions are very, very good.
Baker Mayfield, any interest? I personally wouldn't have much, but coming off a big week before the bye.
No, I'm still not sold.
Neither am I.
No.
Montgomery is the number 1 running back in Detroit.
Yeah.
That is true.
Are you going to play Gibbs though, Jamie, if he comes back from the injury?
I personally have to because I don't have any. I don't have a backup running back to play against him. But yeah, you don't do it any confidence at all.
Has he scored yet this year? I don't think he scored yet, has he?
No, yeah, I don't think so. Actually,
Like if he
No,
was
it's definitely
scoring
not.
with the production he's had, if he was scoring, he'd be really good. But he's just
it's all
not
Montgomery.
scored.
It's all Montgomery. Like it really is. You know, like there isn't even a value in Gibbs. You're just kind of you trade him or you draft him or you draft him, so you're kind of stuck playing him and hoping for the best. He hasn't killed you any week. He's still getting 7, 8, 9 points, but it's far from what you want him to be getting.
Rashad White in the same matchup or Jamar Gibbs?
Oh, Rashad White.
Rashad White.
I'm in danger.
Rashad White is just so nasty as well, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know for a fact Rashad White's going to get the majority of touches there. That's why. It's like
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs is getting like a touch for every 6 or 7 that Montgomery is getting. It's just insane. Like
The Tampa Bay wide receivers, if Evans is back, are you playing him after the hamstring strain?
yeah, I think he slides straight back in. He's been too good this year not to just throw him straight back in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Godwin, then you going back? This is a very early buy for them, isn't it? Week 4 is a bit shitty, but anyway.
Week 5.
Week 5 even, sorry, yeah, they're by.
Yeah, I
Would you
think
like Godwin?
you probably still
Persa-
go, you probably do. Probably still go that well, but not with any great confidence.
I think if I have a better option, I'm playing someone else. If not, he's flexible, I suppose.
Amon-Ra straight back in if he's healthy, and then Josh Reynolds. This is the question, really. Whose roster is he on at the minute?
He's on Jamie's, but he'll be on mine before the weekend's out.
Trying to rethink dropping him now, to be honest. I just have better options than Josh Reynolds. And I think Josh Reynolds is a bit of a desperation play if you need a wide receiver. I think there's much better wide receivers out there.
Yeah, he's a desperation play that's got 10, 21, and 15 points in any of the games where he's played.
He's the wide receiver 22 on the season.
He's still kind of
Yes, he's so desperate playing the wide receiver 22.
He's
fine.
second-
I'll hold on to him. I don't want to. I'm trying to pick up a running back here.
There's no running backs.
I know.
Yeah, and by the time it goes past me, there isn't any left.
Now let's go back.
I'm
and
not even
check
sure
the
there's anyone you're picking.
Yeah, no, neither am I. Like I'm just like I need James Conner to be injured and on IR for like 5 or 6 weeks. So Herbert comes back. You get Conner back. I get Herbert back. I'll have Herbert, Taylor, and Henry, and that'll do me.
Well, look at it this way, right? KJ Osborne is on the way for wire. Would you rather KJ Osborne or Josh Reynolds?
Josh Reynolds.
Josh Reynolds.
Okay.
Leading that waiver request then.
Cancels waivers.
Sam Laporta's an auto start at the tight end position, and then we don't really need to talk about Kate Auden.
Nope.
This game's going to be quick as well. The Giants at the Bills.
What is it this week? It's like they just put all the crap teams against the good ones.
Saquon if he's healthy.
Man, I might even flex Murray this week. I can smell the 2 touchdowns.
The Darren Waller was all right last week. You're probably going to play Darren Waller.
Yeah, I have no problem with anyone who's a Waller owner playing him. He's a great tight end, and like, it's not his fault. Daniel Jones is off.
French Jones is getting sacked like 7. Jones probably won't play in this game. He's probably
Yeah,
still like busted.
He could be
It's
injured.
down to play.
I think they're evaluating him again tomorrow.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
They did the neck. He got sacked like 9 times. Like,
Yeah, but like the offensive line, they're probably looking at that. Like they're probably just like, we need to get this guy off the team.
Tyrod Taylor can start.
Yeah, I would start Tyrod Taylor over Daniel Jones.
It's not really Jones' fault, to be fair.
Yes, it is.
That's not. That's just a
It's
very
terrible.
Yeah, but it's like if you're getting hit, like you're saying, fucking 12, 14 times.
He is the luckiest man on the planet. They stumbled into a playoff position last year, and he got paid out of it. If they hadn't made playoffs, he was hitting the free agency market. They were not paying him if they didn't make playoffs.
Yeah,
More
that
power to
old NFC East strength of schedule last year was a fair lie, wasn't it there, Shane?
Well, yeah, but man, we had tough old teams to play last year. Look, when you have to play the Eagles twice a year, it is tough, regardless, right? The Eagles are a tough team to play twice a year.
Yeah, way
rest
easier
of
than the 49ers.
Yeah, well, like obviously that's a tough division too. Nobody's saying that's not a tough division.
The Buffalo side is probably the real question marks here. Like, well, they're not question marks. You're playing Allen, you're playing Cook even after the bad week. You're even
Murray.
Murray.
I'm not looking. I am playing Murray.
He'll get the
Yeah,
touchdowns.
if you had running backs.
Yeah, they're probably not playing Murray then, but I am playing Murray. There's got to be other people in the world in my position. Like, there has been so many running backs injured this year. Like, surely someone is sitting there going, Latavius Murray is a good play this week.
I'd say there's plenty of people who are in the same boat.
Yeah, thanks, Dan.
Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, you're just playing them now at this stage. Even Gabe Davis, you can't bench this man.
Yeah, you gotta play him this week. He's playing the Giants. It's like, probably gonna get 20 points.
We do the last game. Dallas at the Chargers.
Oh God, are we on a fucking Sunday night and then a Monday gate?
Yeah. That's what you get for supporting Dallas, America's team.
Yeah, they get so many primetime games. It's so hard to watch.
World's smallest violin.
It'd be great if we were in America, but like we're in Ireland. That's out at like 1:15 in the morning on a Monday night, Tuesday morning over here. It's like I gotta go up at 6, man. I can't stop watch that.
What do you mean you want to go to work on Tuesday?
I don't want to go to work. I just have to go to work. Other than that, they don't give me money.
Let's just get through this game then. Dak Prescott. No one's playing Dak anymore. Like, surely we're like,
Yeah.
Is there anyone playing Dak in any fantasy leagues?
He's still on a team in our league, but I'm not sure is he getting played or not. I doubt he's playing him.
81% rostered. Jesus, man.
Well,
People are crazy.
you know, if you're stuck for a quarterback and you have no one else, so it wouldn't go there. But like, they have a good enough offense to the fact that he could possibly get 2 points. Yeah, so that's probably why he's rostered so much. But yeah, you're not. I wouldn't be playing him.
Justin Herbert on the other side is an auto start. He's had a very good season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they always throw for a lot of yards.
Eckler should be back for this game.
Is it?
Hmm?
I presume Herbert's fingers are right now, is it?
I haven't seen anything else about it.
I'd say after the bye, it healed up. Either that or he's going to have like a Luke Skywalker hand on. Austin Eckler should be okay. I'd be firing Eckler back up because, you know, Joshua Kelly did not get the job done.
No.
No,
After
he did
Eddie
not.
Kelly was so good week 1 when Eckler was there. It was like, oh, this is going to be amazing for anyone who picked up Kelly. It's like, it was so bad.
Thank God Kelly was there as a decoy. I got Kyron Williams on my team.
Maybe Kelly's to play now with Eckler's back. Maybe he needs
No.
Eckler.
No.
No, yeah.
Nobody's that to.
Pollard, you're just going to go straight back to it anyway. There's nothing you can really do about there. You just write that game off.
Yeah, it'll probably be tough to run the ball this week against that D line, but you're still going to play Pollard. You drafted him where you drafted him. You're playing him like.
CD, you play him. Brandon Cooks, just forget about it. Don't hurt yourself. Keenan Allen, straight in. There's no questions. But then Joshua Palmer.
I probably fire up Palmer as well. I think because Stephon Gilmore is going to be covering Allen. Even though it's saying that then, Deron Bland is going to be on Palmer. Deron Bland has been making more plays than Gilmore this year. That's actually a tough one. I'd still probably throw him in, like, just to see. I'd probably just go ballsy and just throw him in.
Here's an option. I still wouldn't like to play anyone other than Allen, to be honest.
Yeah, like I'd play Palmer over Gallup and Brandon Cooks. Like if I was allowed to play two wide receivers in one spot, I would still play Palmer.
That's fair, yeah.
What about Fergalicious in at tight end to finish us off?
I'd play Ferguson, in this game. He's due another big week.
Looks Irish.
That's a nice tidy. And then we got through week 6 is this week?
7.
I feel like that was too bad. Any other nuggets to finish us off on, or are we just going to peter out?
We went through week 7. No, week 5. Week 6.
On that note, I'm going to play the outro music before we make more mistakes. Please like, follow on YouTube, subscribe, whatever it is. Get us on X at IFPunts and TikTok, whatever the TikTok handle is, Jamie.
The Irish Fantasy Punts.
Goodbye, folks.
Audio